Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video. Today it is time for event 3 of the Challenger series, and now we are watching at our final quali run around Austria. The first track, as you can see, is Austria with a short qualifying, and the second race of this event will be Silverstone with a one-shot qualifying. And after the first two events we are P4 in the standings with I think a gap of 26 points to the leader, so that's quite a big gap, but of course with this pointing system of the real F1, like 25 points for the winner, so if the leader doesn't score a race and I win a race, then we're almost equal again. So still much to play for, and as you can see, we didn't finish this lap. Time just wasn't good enough, and now we are going for another lap, our final lap. Because in Austria the tire wear isn't that high, also not really, tires are never really overheating. First corner went really well here, Benjamin with a 0.025, and now having a little oversteer moment. I'm short with a 1 minute 2.9. And I can say that my personal best in the practice sessions was a 1.3.002. So I don't think I will be hitting those 0.9s, but we are doing a purple sector. And now the final two corners will decide where I am gonna start this race. So really swinging it into this corner, and then the exit of this corner is really well, crossing the line, and it will be a 1 minute 3.023, which brings us to P4 for now. But will we keep the position? Still much drivers to finish their lap. Oh, let's go.
Doe ik.
But actually, almost everyone backed out of their lap, so it is a P4 for us in this race. Really happy with this lap, especially because I'm really close to my personal best. Yeah, Joost is a rival, as Matthew as well, and they are both behind me. Danirko as well, so that's really nice. And yeah, let's get into the race. Here we are then at the start of the first race of event 3. It's M Short on pole position, Jordan is second, George Nader in third, and we are in fourth. So now the lights go on, and hopefully we can get a good start here. And away we go. As you can see, we are actually already past George's, but I can confirm that it was a light, like the red lights went out earlier for me than for him. So we are already in P3, and of course that's really nice for us. No really threat at the back at this point, so always nice, because some drivers are diving it down the inside that corner in the first lap. So now we are on P3 and we are pitting in this lap. I just didn't want to get undercutted by some drivers behind me, so decided to just go in and maybe undercut some cars in front as well. P3 is not really a position you want to be in on this track. First or second is just the best. We are having DRS, so that's really nice. And now we are in lap 5, and almost everyone pitted in this lap. And you can see Jordan is in front of us and Amshort is behind us, so they swap positions on their in lap. So we are in a net P2 now, but there's still some drivers who have to pit. So Aardappel Gamer and George Snyder.
Iets gebeurd met Matthew.
Oh no, George Snyder actually is now right behind us.
So dirty, jongen.
So yeah, we are in the net P2 and now it's Aardappel Gamer right behind us, and in lap 11 I decided to get past Jordan. Aardappel Gamer was just putting quite some pressure, at least he was every time between 2 and 3 tenths. And I just didn't want to be in P3 because that's just a really bad position and there's no chance for you then to win the race actually. So Jordan now is going for a move here in lap 17. Didn't manage to do it in the first corner, but he just wanted to overtake me right here. So now I was just aiming to not get passed as well by Aardappel Gamer. So we are now P2, and of course we are now heading into the final lap, and we can still overtake Jordan with the DRS. So we're trying to close in as much as possible here, closing the gap down to 2 tenths. But watch what Jordan does. He cuts the track completely. So we are 4.5 tenths behind now, but Benjamin is also 2.5 tenths behind us, so he won't do anything as well. So trying to get a good exit here, having a little oversteer moment, turning on the ERS and using our DRS to close in as much as possible, but we were just too far behind.
Can't do anything.
So yeah, I also don't want to risk it.
Just bring it home.
Just play it safe, and now skipping to the last couple of corners. And then as you can see in the top left, we dropped to P3 somehow, but that was because of the start, because my lights went out earlier, so that's why. But I will be P2 anyways, so that's all fine. But what Jordan did in the final corner was just really smart. After the race he told me that he had no warnings going into the final corner, so he picked up 2 warnings in turn 1. Yeah, actually just really smart, and yeah, it's a P2 for us in the first race, so yeah, let's head into the second race. Here we are then at the second race of the third event. It's a one-shot qualifying around Silverstone, crossing the line, and now it has to be done. Now you have to perform in the qualifyings. So heading into the first corner, hitting the apex really well. Second corner, back to first gear. Third on exit, missing the apex a little bit, but it's still fine. Minimum speed was nice. And now our first sector is a 0.297, which is fine. And now back to second gear for the rotation, and a fifth gear on exit for better traction. Now going into the fastest corner of this track. Turning in really smoothly, keeping it in 7th around that corner, and now Maggots and Beckett's going back to 7th for a little bit more stability, and a 5th gear, 6th on exit, and middle split is a 0.699, which is fine. And now going into Stowe, missing the apex a little bit, but still fine. Now the final 2 corners. And now at least you can hear where Joost is qualifying.
Waar ben jij? Ja, tuurlijk heb jij pole, jongen.
0 meter. Lekker, alweer. One shot.
Tuurlijk, ja, one shot koning ben jij, gast. Ja,
So, at least that's a pole for Joost, and for us it is a P4 again. So that's really nice. Joost actually needed that after the first race. He didn't score any points, so this will give him a confidence boost. And yeah, again P4 for us in the qualifying, so that's really nice to see that improvement, because normally we weren't that good in qualifying.
Wauw.
And yeah, it's Joost, Paul, Matthew in front of us, and Jordan as well. So yeah, let's head into the race. So now it is time for the second race of event 3 of the Challenger series. Again, Joost and Paul, Matthew in second, Jordan in third, and Fusilo is behind us. Hopefully we can get a good start again. It seems like we do have a similar start as the guys in front, but Fusilo gets an absolutely insane start. But we are in front of us, in front of him still. So that's really nice. Didn't get taken out in the first corner. So that's also good to see. And now we're just settling in P4. So no pressure from behind. So oh good. And now it's a lap 4. And I was keeping in mind, if Matthew didn't pit, I would go in. And he decided to do another lap. So we are going into the pits. Jordan and Joost also decided to go into the pits here. And Fusilo actually pitted 1 lap earlier, but we are still in front of him, so keeping our position in P4. Jordan almost spun around there. Full steering lock to the right. And then Joost is actually out of the DRS of Jordan here. But Joost told me that he didn't have that much of ERS, so decided not to push that much. And now we're putting some pressure on Jordan. Having a look around the outside here, doing a switchback. And maybe we can go for a move here on the exit. Doing on the overtake again, but with him having slipstream and DRS as well, it's really hard. But now we're even closer. So now we are gonna have a look down the inside here. A little bit too cautious, I guess. But yeah, we are showing him that we are looking to go for a move on him. So yeah, now we are in the final lap, almost losing the car there. And now trying to go for a move here on the left hander. We broke a little bit too late, and Jordan already expected us. He broke already a bit later, so yeah, he just played it really well there. And now if you look to the first 2 drivers, Joost is actually pushing Matthew here. And he's gonna go for a move. We unfortunately can't do anything here. Too far behind Jordan, and Jordan is also a big gap to the cars in front, but they are going side by side into the final 2 corners. Joost and Blizzard also are really
Wat doet deze vent allemaal, jongen?
both really want to
Wat doet
win.
deze vent allemaal? Wat doet deze vent allemaal? En een penalty, wat doet
And
deze
it's
vent?
a
Hij is zo dirty, jongen.
Joost was actually quite mad at this point, of course. They were battling quite hard, and Blizzard finished in front of him. Joost got a penalty as well, but that will be getting removed. So it's a P4 for us in this race. And so at the end, having a P2 in the first race and a P4 in the second race is really nice for the championship as well. Danirko didn't score points in this race, I guess. No. And in the first race he didn't score many points as well. So he was in front of us in the championship, and I think we are having the same amount of points now. So in the standings it's now Matthew first, Joost in second, and me and Danirko third. So that's really nice. Next event will be Spa and Zandvoort. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and see you guys next time. Ciao.